3 points against Everton yesterday, back into the top 6. West Ham go, got Zouma at the back, Bowen in attack, and it is a Europa League week. West Ham United fans, what a good time it continues to be a West Ham United fan right now. Before we get into anything, a little bit of appreciation for Kurt Zouma. He has been immense for us. Again, yesterday, he's maybe not man of match. He doesn't often get the man of match awards from the fan base, for our subscribers, from myself and Gonzo, but he's always up there. Do you know what I mean? Consistently excellent, Kurt Zouma. When we signed him last summer, he's what I would call a top 6 signing. What is the definition of a top 6 signing? I'm not really that sure anymore, to be honest with you. I think it used to mean that they were good enough to go and play for one of the traditional top 6 clubs, but they've never really been the top 6 for a while. Do you know what I mean? But we still use it. It's a bit of a lazy tag on my behalf, but you all know what I mean when I say a top 6 sign. But anyway, so we signed Kurt Zouma, happy, top 6 sign. I'll tell you what, he's been better than that. He has been excellent this season, only interrupted by an injury and of course the naughty thing he did as well. And I think that's what's stopping him getting the plaudits he deserves. I think he deserves a lot more recognition and plaudits, not from West Ham fans, but from the broader football community, and he's not getting it. He's not getting the praise he deserves from pundits, which is kind of obvious why. I know why they'd be reluctant to do it after what happened with the cat and all that. But his performances, Tottenham aside, have been fantastic. He makes the difficult things look easy. There was a point in the game yesterday where Richarlison possibly crossed it for Calvert-Lewin. Now the run from Calvert-Lewin was fantastic. He's anticipating the cross. He's ready. Kurt Zouma doesn't get this. Calvert-Lewin's got a free header about 8 yards out from our goal. Kurt Zouma's backpedaling. He's facing the ball. He's not facing our goal. And he just wins it. And he makes it look simple, but such a crucial interception. And he just makes West Ham better. When Kurt Zouma's in our defence is better. Just like that. Whenever the teams come down the right hand side, so our left with Creswell and Zouma there, I'm not that bothered. I'm sort of like, good luck, you're going to need it against him. When they're whipping in crosses against Zouma and Dawson, good luck, you're going to need it. Because they're a good partnership as well. While I'm praising Zouma, the partnership of Zouma and Dawson is good. It was good again yesterday. And yeah, just wanted to show a bit of love to Kurt Zouma, really. I've been enjoying him. I think he's been fantastic for us. Would be a Hammer of the Year contender, I think, if it wasn't for his injuries. I think Rice is probably running away with it a little bit. I think Bowen was pushing him close, and Bowen still might snatch it, but I think the injury to Bowen sort of stuttered his chances. But we shall wait and see. All to play for on the Hammer of the Year front. Now, we're going to talk not really about yesterday's performances as such, but more the league table and Manchester United in particular in regards to the table, as well as the Declan Rice thing. But first, before we get into it, I'm in a good mood, as you can tell. Off to see Sam Fender tomorrow night in Newcastle, in his hometown. It's been about 4 years since I've seen him last or something, because of bloody COVID and all that. I remember 4 years ago when I saw him, he wasn't that small. He's the same height. He's the same height as he was when I saw him 4 years ago. But he is growing as an artist. I'm looking forward to seeing Sam Fender in his hometown tomorrow evening. But anyway, while we're here, I've got a bit of a favour. So months ago, I created my own channel to talk about the Premier League, the general Premier League, cover the other 19 teams if you like. And didn't do any videos. I've not done any videos, but for whatever reason I'm feeling inspired this week, so I'm kind of going to try and do a video every single day this week over on there. So when we talk about West Ham, to warn you, but the other 19 general topics. So I've done one tonight. It's on Arsenal. It's on Arsenal's race for the top 4. And while I don't think it's an overachievement, a lot of Woods said, an Arsenal fan said, it's an overachievement for them to finish 4th. I massively disagree, so I've done a video about it. So the link to my channel will be in the description, pinned comments, and the end of this video. So if you could go subscribe, I would massively appreciate it. And the second favour, download the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app is sponsoring this video, and it really is the best way to keep up to date with everything at your club. For example, on Sunday, an hour before kick-off, I got a notification, 1 o'clock, boom, lineups are out for Everton West Ham. I'll have a bit of that. I'm doing the live show, read out the teams, done. And then Charlie came on, I disappeared. Then I had a thing on OneFootball to tell me that Van de Beek was injured in the warm-up and he had been replaced by Mason Holgate. It really is the best way to keep up to date with everything at your football club. I use it every single day. Gonzo uses it every single day. We use it in every single build-up show that we do before the game as well. And it's completely free. It takes about 20 seconds to download it to your device, and it just aggregates everything for your team. It sort of combines social media with football a little bit. So when you click on West Ham, you only get West Ham related news. You don't have to look at the news for other teams like Arsenal. just West Ham. So get download, links in the description and the pinned comments. Now back to West Ham, back to talking about the top 6, because that's where we are. We're 6th at the minute. Should be Europa League football, assuming Crystal Palace don't go on and win the FA Cup. And I've said 101 times how much of an achievement it would be to do it back-to-back 76 games. You all know that. But at the expense of Manchester United, that bit's changed. It wasn't really in the conversation as such, certainly not my conversation. We've overtook them. They've got a game in hand on us, but it's Liverpool away. That game in hand they've got is Anfield. Good luck. And I just watched caught up with the Premier League today. They didn't look very good against Leicester. They were lucky against Leicester to get a point from that game. And I had a little look at the remaining fixtures, and they're very similar to ours, not just in terms of opposition. So we've still both got to play Arsenal, we've both got to play Brighton, we've both got to play Chelsea. But in terms of sort of level of difficulty as well, it's very similar fixtures that we've got between now and the end of the season, the two teams. Obviously, they've got a slight advantage that we've got a European campaign. They don't. They're out with European football. We're still in it. And so that gives them a slight advantage. But what an achievement it would be to finish above Man United, get European football again, at the expense of them. Because at the minute, Arsenal have looked good for a while now. Tottenham look annoyingly good. They look fantastic up front. And Chelsea, I'll tell you what, Chelsea need to look over their shoulder, because they've got if everyone's talking about will it be Arsenal or Tottenham to finish fourth, including myself to some extent. But Chelsea are not that far away from both of them. They need to keep their eye out. But that could play into our hands, because Man United play Chelsea right at the end of the season. So there's a possibility Chelsea will need to win that fixture to get Champions League football, which will obviously benefit West Ham. But the reality is, you can see it though, can't you? West Ham finishing above Man United and finishing 6th in the Premier League. And then that has to change the landscape for Declan Rice, because I did that interview with Fabrizio Romano last week. Hopefully you've seen it. And the news sort of went viral in that he said that Man United's number one target for the summer was Declan Rice. And it went everywhere. Even Rio Ferdinand's Vibe with Five, they didn't discuss it on the video, but they put it out on their social media. They credited us, to be fair. They credited us. All the Man U's social media was all over it and stuff. Then Gonzo did a video about it and said it's everywhere, without realising that the original source was the Hammers Chat interview with Fabrizio Romano. Anyway, that was it. And because I have limited time with Fabrizio, I don't want to discuss it. I'm trying to extract the news from him and deal with it in separate videos. So here's me discussing it. I think I can see why Man United would make him their number one target. It makes sense. They're screaming out for a centre midfielder. I think it would be an easy move for Declan Rice to some extent, because he just walks into that Man United team. He just walks into it. You could possibly even see Declan Rice being a future captain of Man United if that's where he wanted to go and that's where he ended up. But Man United were finished below West Ham. Is it really an upgrade? I mean, they're the bigger club. Of course they are. In regards to future, of course Man United will go on to have greater success than West Ham. It's inevitable because of the size of the club, the money involved at the club. But short term, I would argue it's not inevitable. I would argue that, Declan would almost be taking a sideways step to some extent going to Man United. And like I said, before Man United fans kick off, I am sure in 3 years' time you're more likely to be playing Champions League football than West Ham. I get it, I accept that. But for now, it would have to give West Ham the edge on Man United in regards to just keeping him at West Ham going forward for next season. And even though Fabrizio said that, and I'm not saying he's wrong, 'cause I would kind of believe that Declan Rice is currently their number one target prior to signing a new manager, which may change things. However, the last couple of months, I've started to almost convince myself that Declan Rice is going to be here next season, just because of process elimination. You look at what's happening at Chelsea, no. You look at, I don't think Man City don't need him, Liverpool don't have the money for him, so that only leaves Man United and Chelsea. There was a mess at Stamford Bridge. At Old Trafford, it's a mess on the pitch. Chelsea's a mess off it. Man United's a mess on the bloody thing. And you have to look at yesterday's results and Saturday's results in regards to Man United. And you look at the league table now, and it's promising for us, not so promising for them. And that domino effect is then, could West Ham keep Declan Rice? You've got to say yes. Now the other thing is, the win yesterday, good. I say good performance. I don't think we even had to get out of second gear. It wasn't our best performance. It was comfortable enough. And I think the last half hour was almost like a training session. It was a defensive training session for us. I think we put Mark Noble on to try and plug the gap a little bit, keep the ball, see it out, and relatively comfortable in the end. But what it does do is I think we conserved a little bit of energy. Like I said, I don't think we got out of second gear. We're heading to Lyon in fine shape and way to do the preview with Gonzo in a bit for tomorrow night, because well, I can't do it tomorrow. I'm away, haven't I? And I'm looking forward to it, actually. I think yesterday was good preparation for the Lyon game. Jarrod Bowen's back, got a decent amount of time. Moyes took him off early enough as well, got his goal. And he's just clinical at the minute, isn't he, Jarrod Bowen? We're just, what I said about Kurt Zouma at the start, about how our defence is better with Zouma in it, our attack is better with Jarrod Bowen in it. We just get better when he plays, and it was a boost to have him back as well. A bit surprised that Soufal didn't get on. I know Fredericks, some people have got Fredericks as their man of match, and other people thought Fredericks had a bad game. And like I said in the review yesterday, I thought it was a real Jekyll and Hyde performance from Fredericks. A lot of the time he looked good, but he was looking good because he was almost getting out of a situation that was his own wrongdoing, if you know what I mean. I remember someone telling me, it was John Terry. They said to me that John Terry is the best centre-back in the Premier League at last-ditch tackles, but he's only doing last-ditch tackles because he hasn't read the game well enough. And you know what? You get what I'm trying to say. You get that point. Fredericks was a bit like that yesterday. His positioning was slightly wrong, so he had to run back and use his pace to catch up and put the tackle in. So it was a funny performance. So I'm just surprised that Soufal wasn't given a bit of game time ahead of Thursday night. But hopefully Ben Johnson's back. Moyes seemed okay to suggest that Johnson should be available for Thursday night as well. But a big game for us yesterday. There was a bit of pressure on us, a bit of pressure on all the teams actually in the hunt for European football, and there will be until the conclusion of the Premier League. Man United have stuttered against Leicester. Tottenham blowing Newcastle away. Arsenal play this evening against Crystal Palace, which should be a difficult game. And then there's us, good win, well, comfortable win against Everton yesterday. But the weird thing is, I think there was some good performances yesterday from individual players, but as a team we perhaps weren't at our best, when usually it's the other way around. I think sometimes we play individually, they play okay, they get 6s and 7s, but we win the game through teamwork. Yesterday I thought Benrahma looked good, Antonio looked good, Zouma looked good, but yeah, as a team I thought we looked ordinary perhaps, but it was enough to win the game. So that's all that matters at the end of the day, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm going to disappear. Just a short quick video for me. Lyon preview tomorrow. Wednesday night we've got a chat with Euro expert. You may remember him. He came on the channel ages ago, on the forum channel, to discuss a couple of targets that West Ham were interested in. He's going to be doing a video with us about Lyon. He watches a lot of Lyon, so we're just going to basically hand it over to him and say, can you tell us how Lyon play? Give West Ham fans an insight into Lyon, who won at the weekend 3-2. And I think that sums Lyon up, to be honest with you. I've seen a little bit of them. I don't know why. I've just seen a bit of them this season. Liquid football going forward. Champagne football in attack. Bucks fizz at the back. That's how I would summarise Lyon. I'm going to use that for the preview. I'm going to write that down right now, actually. What did I say? Champagne and Bucks fizz. Yeah, I'm using that for the preview. Tomorrow night, you'll hear me say that in the preview, and you'll think, no, where you got that from? Got it from, I made it up myself. It's mine. I made it up myself. Anyway, blabbering, gonna shut up. If you can head over to my YouTube channel, Tart and Geo, I'd appreciate it massively. The video will be on the screen in a minute. Links are below. And hopefully I'll see you over there tonight. But failing that, I'll catch you tomorrow. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Catch you in a bit.